Hey, how are you? I'm going to touch base on a few items on this video, starting off with the front bar, fog lights, winch. We'll have a quick little chat about the light bars, then we'll get underneath the vehicle and have a look at those bash plates, have a quick look at the long range fuel tank and the bonnet strut upgrade, which you'd think would be a standard option on a car of that year, but that's Toyota for you. Now the bars are Rival Bar, Rival 4x4 Accessories is the company name if you want to check them out. Full toughened 6mm alloy is the construction, super light, durable, obviously a lot lighter than your conventional 4 to 5mm steel bars. Look, they're probably not going to be as tough as a steel bar, let's not kid ourselves, but they're not that far behind. Alloy bars these days have come a hell of a long way, so they're definitely a choice if you just want to save that weight. Sleek design and a super tight fit, actually. It fits tighter than a standard bumper. High wheel approach as well, which you can see. Good clearance as well as that protection underneath those arches. They've got that flip bracket underneath the number plates for where your winch comes out, as well as a 5mm steel winch bracket, which is more than enough. All their bars are powder coated. Obviously you can get them color coded if you wanted to, but they're at texture black as standard, which we're lucky enough just blends in with the car. If you're after a bar that has that sleek design with that high wheel arch approach, these are definitely the bars for you. The winch is a WARN winch, WARN VR Evo 10S. It's a synthetic rope winch. It's got a gear ratio of 218/1, which is fast enough to sort of get you out of trouble. It's a 10,000 pound, which is about 4.5 ton, just over 4.5 ton. And the dimensions of that winch are 534 in the length, 160 in the depth, and 256 in the height. So it's not ridiculously big. So we were able to still get it behind that bar, which is a very tight fitting bar, as I mentioned, without having to adjust any of the coolants or radiators, or intercoolers. Weight wise, they come in at around 32-35 kilos, so it's a good little setup if you're after, you know, a solid little winch that's not going to weigh the front of the car down ridiculously. As I mentioned, the synthetic rope, it's a 9.5mm by 27.5 meters, so you've got plenty of rope to play with. With the bash plates, they're Rival as well. As you probably know, there's no shortage of bash plates on the market. Rival really do specialise with these. I reckon they're probably one of the best around, hands down. Once again, 6mm, zinc primed and powder coated alloy. Got heaps of vents for drainage. Up to 30% lighter than your steel bash plates. With these ones that we've got, the front ones, obviously your engine, radiator, then comes down to your engine plate, which is one piece. Then you've got another section which is the transmission plate, and then another section behind that which is your transfer case. And then up front we've also got the lower control arm plates as well. You can also get a plate for your fuel tank, but we've got a long range tank on there, so that was really pushing limits. But yeah, like I said, as far as plates go, I think you'd be hard pressed trying to find a better constructed, as far as quality and craftsmanship go on these plates. They're really well designed. They've got the little ports so you can still do oil changes and still get to them nice and easy. With the fuel tank, we went Brown & Davis, went for a poly tank, obviously because weight was always something that I'm very cautious of. The poly tanks are very durable as well. Like, look, they're not going to be as tough as your steel ones, but they're nothing to turn your nose up at. They certainly do take a few hits. They're also repairable, and they're 10 to 15 kilos lighter than your steel. Brown and Davis. If you're looking at long range fuel tanks, there really is only one brand, and that is Brown and Davis. They've been doing it probably the longest, and they are hands down the best in the business at what they do. These tanks are simply just, you drop out your OEM and then they just simply go straight up in there, so there's no mucking around. We went from an 80 litre standard tank to a 145. Another reason we went with the Brown Davis tank is we were able to fit a full-size alloy under the tray, as well as the freshwater tank. Got a freshwater tank under the tray and behind the backboard off the tray, which is pretty impressive. Also, we've got the bonnet strut conversion, which once again Rival have got you covered now. It's a very simple DIY process, just saves you having to shoulder press the bonnet every time you need to open it and then get that guide arm in. Highly recommended for, I think it's about $130 odd. Makes life a hell of a lot easier. With the lights set up on this car, we went with the ROADVISION, which are probably hands down one of the best on the market. Certainly have the least amount of warranty claims too. On that front bar we've got an S40. They're both in a Stealth series, the bar and the roof rack one. The front bar is an S40 32 inch, puts out just over 9,200 looms at just under 1,600 meters, and the one just below the roof rack is an S52 40 inch, puts out 16,500 looms, just under 1,500 meters, so it's more for width where the other one's more for range. We've got them dialed up inside, so you can either have one or the other on, or both of them together along with the high beams. So when you flick your high beams on, you've got not only your high beams but those two light bars as well, which give anyone in front of you a free CT scan, literally. Plenty of light. Highly recommend those ROADVISION. They make a really good light. The fog lights are a DriveTech 4x4. Great little fog light, toughened glass, compact design, and once again really good looms on those too, so highly recommend those. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments and I'll do my best to get back to you. Cheers.